Welcome to Cutlers. Cutlers Real Estate is a family-owned business with family values. For over 25 years, Cutlers has tended to the needs of every property sector in Otago. The Cutlers sales team knows the Otago market. You can rely on Cutlers to sell your property with knowledge, experience and professionalism. Their dedicated team holds in high esteem transparency, hard work and most of all, their clients' needs.
Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Wait for seed to germinate. Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
So you want me to start? Welcome to ODT Scoreboard. We are live today down at the stadium, just about to witness the start of the first of the big games. It's the Kaikorai P2 team, probably going as favourites up against the Green Island team, who were finished runner-up in the regular competition. The coverage today is brought to you by Cutlers Real Estate, Ready Lawn and Garrador. And I've got with me one of the true heavyweights of P2 Rugby, and that is Big Croft beside me. So, mate, you've coached this P2 team from Kaikorai for a long, long time.
Yeah, good morning, Paul. Yeah, I have done it for 7 odd years. It's looking forward to this game very much. Few changes from last year's team, but a few of the Colts have come up from down below and filled the spots nicely. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
So, mate, you finally got one of those banners over the line from last year. And was it against Green Island again?
It was against Torrey last year up at Bishop's Court, which made it even more special. The old home ground advantage and that sort of thing. So it was pretty good.
You see, so what from your point of view? I mean, playing these games at the stadium. I think P2 Rugby needs to be played at the stadium if we can, though, doesn't it?
To a point, yeah. It's always good to play at home, as you know. You know, like it gives you a bit of an advantage. But yeah, it's nice to play on the stadium. That's for sure. There's no doubting that. And these boys will get a real buzz out of this today. Both sides will.
So both sides coming out onto the track now. Mackenzie Fawkes led them out, mate, for Kike, so I presume, does that make him the captain, or he just thought he'd run out first?
Oh, there's a few captains out there, but he's coach's son, I suppose, so he gets the top job.
Yes, favouritism, mate. And I see there's 2 Fawkeses playing. Angus is playing at 15. So this Kaikorai team, mate, I think they've lost a couple of games this year. They may have lost to GI, and I think they might have lost to Dunedin. They were the only 2 losses
correct.
they've had.
So they lost to GI 13-12, so a game that they possibly should have won, just made too many mistakes. And then I think a couple of weeks before that, they lost to Dunedin side. For some reason, I'm not sure why, but they lost. I was away that weekend.
I'd be struggling to work out how the hell they could lose to that Dunedin side after watching them getting pumped by this Green Island team last week. But this Green Island team, mate, they've been around for a while. There's a few old faces in that team.
Yeah. Well, this is virtually the same Green Island side we played in 22 over at the Varsity Oval when they pinched the game off us then.
I did see that.
To win that one. But once again, I've stopped short of the winning post. So
Hello, we've got all of a sudden we've got number 22 out here. But I presume he's just wearing the bigger. I think he just might be just wearing the bigger shirt. He's got the 23 jersey on.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
He's a very big lad. I watched him come on last week and thought, hell, he's a hell of a size. Right, here we go. It's young Fawkes to get us away. And they're kicking down towards the town end of town. Goes deep into the 22. And they've picked it back, and that'll come out 10 or 15 metres outside the 22 on the south stand. I think they're only opening the south stand today, Croft. So hopefully the crowd will build up as the day goes on, and we'll have big numbers by the time we hit that big game at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of GI supporters here. Not too many kite boys out there, but I've got a couple of black and white jerseys, but not too many.
I had to wade my way through Green Island supporters to get it. They were actually locking them out, and they go up and they've taken that down well. Comes back on the Kaikorai side. Fawkes has got it, looking for a runner. He's found the 13 in Robertson. Ball goes to ground. They come and they're looking for it. They've got it. Got a ball runner. Straight through, got cut to the 22. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Storming forward is number 3, Tane Rareri. Ball comes back again. Fawkes has got it. Taking it to 22. Big heavy tackle though. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Slowly coming back. He's found a runner on number 2. It's Hutton Atkins. He goes up to pull the 22, goes to ground. They've got round offside there. No, they haven't. Looks like they didn't release. And this is an early penalty to Green Island to clear their own 22. Good D from both sides, mate, at this stage.
Yeah. Kaikorai started well, but you've got to cut those mistakes out because they can cost you, as you know.
And that ball will go out pretty much right on halfway. Brandon Hale, the touch judge. Erin Doherty, the referee today. I hear she's got some Kaikorai connections, Croft.
Yeah, I think she played a schoolboy, schoolgirl, school person rugby up there a few years ago.
And her father, of course, Reddy Lawn, he's the sponsor. Fred throws the ball in. They go to the back. Picked it up, comes down on the Green Island side. They take it out into midfield. Big number 8 taking it forward in Macassini. Ball comes back, looking for a runner. They've found it. That's a nice run up towards the 10-metre line. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They get it wide out into the midfield. Good tackling there from the blind side. In fact, it was the lock. It was Cinnamoni. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Looking for runners. They've got the big number 23. He hits one of the locks. They go to ground. Over that, and get that ball back. No, it still comes back. No, referee says didn't release. It was good work from that loose forward, Croft, getting over the top of that ball.
Yeah, that's Thomas Hill. He's had a tough week, actually. He's been crooked for the last 10 days and hasn't trained. He played last week against Zingaree. Zingaree played about 10 minutes and then had to come off. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has to make a change at some stage due to his ill health.
Right, I've decided that the big prop could be Zion Tofalau-Louis. I think he's in the number 20, in the number 23 jersey. And they go to the line out again. Well done by Kaikorai. Pulled down by the big red man there in the middle. And it's a crashing run from number 12 in Ben Whaianuku. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Fawkes has got it, looking for a runner. Charging forward, goes to ground inside the 22. Ball comes back. Slowly coming back. Fawkes has got it again. What's Fawkes going to do? He runs. He gets caught just inside the 22. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. It's pretty slow ball though. looking for runners, found some more runners, and they charge it forward over the 22. Doherty's got a penalty. Could be for a high tackle. They still go forward, Kaikorai. Ball comes back. No, referee says we'll come back for the penalty. What do they do here,
I think
Croft?
Kaikorai will take the shot. We've always talked about in finals, take those points because we know how crucial they are.
So Mackenzie Fox is the kicker?
No, Tane Hand will be the kicker.
Tane Hand. He's played a few Premier games for you boys as well.
Yeah, he's played one or two. He played for the P2s early on in the season. He broke his hand, so he was out for probably 6 to 7 weeks. So, as you know, Kaikorai's been a wee bit light on halfbacks this year.
Yeah, has your wee man arrived back from the the tournament yet? Was that we only finished yesterday, possibly?
Yeah.
No, he won't be back then. He could make his way into the Otago team this year.
Well, yeah, once again, we probably won't see him for the rest of his life.
I would imagine. And he didn't strike that well, but it's over. It's an early 3-0 lead to Kaikorai with a Tane Hand penalty as we take it back to halfway. I think there's only 4 or 5 minutes gone first up. There's been all Kaikorai in the early stages, Croft.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those games in the sense I think Green Island are a wee bit one-dimensional, and if Kaikorai get drawn into that, they will get a bit of a touch-up. But if Kaikorai can recycle the ball, get it out wide reasonably quickly, I think they might just have too much for Green Island out wide.
Balls goes down to the 22, and that's kicked away down the south stand touchline where the crowd will be today. Normally at these events they have all the crowd in the north stand, but today they've decided to put all the crowd that comes in during the afternoon into the south stand. Which leaves us feeling very lonely and vulnerable over this side, to be fair, but it's a long way over from there.
Oh yeah, there was talk that there was going to be a few Kaikorai boys in the bar, but they only found out that it didn't open until 12:30.
Yes, so I did hear that from one of your compatriots last night. In fact, one of the sponsors of the show mentioned that to me from Cutler's Real Estate, that they weren't allowed up into the lounge. That's probably a good time for them to get there. It's been picked up. That went down the Kaikorai side of the line, but they picked it up and they take it up through the big number 8 and Makasini. He gets stopped just inside the 10-metre line. Ball comes back. Number 15, Nelson Yorston, ex-Prem player. Ball comes back again on the Green Island side. And they're looking for the big man to rumble it up towards the 22. Hands on it from Kaikorai, but comes back on the Green Island side. Looking for more runners, a bit untidy in the midfield. They get it wide to the 15 in the form of Nelson Yorston. Ball comes back again on the Green Island side. And again they've got Makasini, who seems to be one of their big ball carriers in the midfield. Back again looking for another runner. They've found number 3 this time in Isaiah McClellan. Again they come away with it. Inside pass goes to nowhere, bit of a knock on. Referee Doherty says we'll have a scrum, Kaikorai ball.
So Kaikorai's been in the final for the last 4 years, believe it or not. Lost their first game to Dunedin many years ago back in the stadium. And there's probably 4 survivors from that, and Tane Rari, Blake Harper, Mackenzie Foulkes and Ben Ellis. So yeah, all those boys are sort of veterans.
Yeah, no, Ben Ellis, I interviewed Ben during the week, I think on Wednesday night up at Kaikorai. Ron St Clair Newman was very hospitable when I was up there on Wednesday, Croft. I was just blown away.
I was pleased to see that, Paul.
Had the heaters on. It's very good to see. And it's Tane Hand to feed the scrum. Just 10 metres outside the 22, 10 metres in from touch. Comes back to Tane Hand. He's got it to Mackenzie Foulkes. He goes into the midfield. They're looking for a wide pass out to number 11 in Blake Harper. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. We kick over the top from Hand. Found a bit of space. Across comes the fullback in Yorston, but the ball goes into touch.
Yeah, young Blake Harper there. He's the top try scorer. He scored 12 tries this season. Very quick. This surface should suit him down to the ground.
There's not much of him.
Watched him last year in the game against Southern. He scored 4 tries.
Right. Here we go. So, here we go. The throw to this line out. It's Thomas Ryan to throw to this line out for Green Island on the 10-metre line. Comes back. Picked up by number 23. Ball comes to ground. They're in looking for it. No, ball comes back on the Green Island side. That's a wild pass out to Schooner. He's picked it up though, Schooner. Still going, Schooner. Still going, Schooner. Hasn't made a lot of ground though. Ball comes quite quickly to Stapley. He's found a runner. Big number 3, Isaiah McClellan. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Picked up and they go again. Break inside over the 10-metre line. Kaikorai have got their hands on that ball. Did a great job. Great job to get that ball back. Then it's spilt forward. Referees missed that. Comes back on the Kaikorai side. They get it out wide and they go wide. Forks gets it wide. And here they go. They crash over, but they're close to that touchline on the other side of the ground. Still coming back on the Kaikorai side. Hands got it. They go again. White, he just charges up towards the 22-metre line, goes to ground. Ball comes back to hand. Looking for a runner, he's found, and the referee says penalty. Not sure what that was for, Croft.
I think hanging on to the ball, I think. Just, Kaikorai got to cut those mistakes. They're just mounting pressure, but they're not having the ability to finish it off due to mistakes.
So they'll be kicking away. It's Nelson Yorston to kick down the south grandstand side of the field. And he's putting that into Kaikorai territory, just inside the half. And this will be a line-out throw to Thomas Ryan.
Big motor, that number 8, Ben White. He's a graduate from the Colts. Come up. He's in the fringes of the Prem development team, I suppose. Is probably a bit of.
He's a ginger, so it always pays to have a ginger, and always pays to have a ginger in the team. Comes back on the Green Island side. They picked it up at the back, and they rumble up over the 10-metre line. Comes back on the Green Island side. They go wide, and they're out into the midfield now. Here we go, and he's on the outside. He's found his man, but he's knocked that on. Taniti, and referee Doherty says we'll have a scrum. They've just been a wee bit untidy, Green Island at times. They look like they're a wee bit lost in that back line, Crawl.
Yeah, they just look a bit unsettled for some reason. There's no fluidity there, that's for sure. The young centre there for Kaikorai, Jacob Robinson, he's a young lad from Te Anau, works for a local builder in Dunedin.
Wouldn't be a famous builder from Kaikorai by
Could
any
well
chance.
be, but
don't most Kaikorai players work for him?
Well, yeah, they do, but he didn't come up here to play rugby. He came up here to do a building apprenticeship, right, I believe. So He's now got to the end of that, and he's finished at Brent Lucas Builders, and he's away to Australia on Monday.
Oh, is he?
That's if the boys let him. If they win today, who knows?
If they win today, they could still be going on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tainan to feed the scrum on the 10-metre line. Comes back, hook for him. Looking for a runner. They found it in form of the big midfielder in Whaianuku. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Hands got it. Again, it's Big Patello. He smacks it up and he loses it. Big Jared Williams got back there, showing a surprising space for an old man these days, Jared Williams. Ball comes back on the Green Island, so that's a nice wee run up towards the halfway. Looking for runners again. Found it again in terms of the big number 8. He goes over halfway. Makasini goes to ground. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Again, they get it out. Again, it's the big forwards in the middle trying to rumble it up for them. Another couple of runners. Big Jared Williams stormed into that. Ball comes back again on the Green Island side. And the number 12's got it. They've gone wide. He's gone to ground. Sam Aripa, long-time Premier player for Green Island. The referee says there's a knock on there. No, it's a penalty. Sort of
stagnating a wee bit in the middle.
They just look untidy.
Yeah.
Just like they've only met each other this morning.
Yeah. Kaikorai, as I was saying before, mounting phases, but when they get into the crucial part, they're making a mistake.
So Angus Fawkes, doesn't look like he hasn't found touch, Angus Fawkes. The ball comes back and they pick it out to the fullback in Yorston. What's he going to do? He puts a kick in and he puts it out probably on the 10-metre line. Just inside the 10-metre line with Kaikorai to throw to this line out. 12 minutes gone, first half.
Yeah, Angus has got a big boot on him, Angus Fawkes. He's got a really big boot, but he probably needs, in this situation, just try and find that touch more than anything else.
They go to the back. Ball comes back. They go into the midfield. Looking for a runner. He's looking for Patello. Couldn't fit. Got Patello now. Throws it back in field. He drags it forward. They go to ground, and over the top go the Kaikorai forwards. Comes back, and they've got some numbers out wide. They're just not looking for them. The other lock just crashes that through. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Looking for another one. They're dragging one of their loose forwards. Still going. He's up. He's still going. Ball goes to ground. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. They're inside the 20. There's the white, the big ginger, number 8. Ball comes to ground again. Looking for runners. They're finding a series of very small runners. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Patello's got it now. Cinnamoni played a lot of rugby for Kaikorai. He brought down. Good defence from Green Island on that occasion. Ball comes back, looking for runners again. And this time they're going to go a wee bit wider. Forks goes wide, straight through, and they could be ahead and they could be scoring. That's straight down the yard short, but Forks goes over and scores the try. That was a very good try.
Great try, great support play by all those Kaikorai boys. They were certainly hungry for it.
So Forks the try. It's 8-0 with a kick to come. So look, it wasn't sort of opening up for them, Crawford, but then it sort of opened up and they got a couple of runners back on the inside and they just kept getting their handoffs.
They got those phases going, and as you say, on the inside they had plenty of support, and they've talked about that all week, is just making sure they had a player inside, outside to support. Give the ball carrier plenty of options, not to die with it.
It's a good start. You'd have to be happy with the start, and 8 points to 0, 14 minutes with the kick to come. They've had. Let's be honest, they've dominated territory and possession for the first part of this game.
Yeah, well, they've got into the 22 and they've made points, and that's as we know, Paul. It's crucial in finals. You've got to get those points when you get in there, because you don't get in there too often sometimes.
Yeah. So it's back with young Tane Hand. Had this shot at goal.
So Tane's one of his older brother Jordan Hand played for our Prem 2s last year, come over from Southern last year because he wasn't getting an opportunity, and he ended up in the P2s, played very well and got his opportunity this year. Tane's one of those touch students that seem to be turning up at Kaikorai these days.
There's a lot of because the younger Forks, Angus, he's a touch player as well.
Yeah, and they got young Hamish down in the Colts, and obviously Jordan McEntee, Dylan Pledger.
All touch players.
All touch boys under the guidance of Mr. Forks. He's coached them all, he tells me. So
supervised at best.
Supervised is probably a better description there, Paul.
Here we go. So they've put that kick out just inside the 10-metre line, and it's Green Island throw the ball. Can they get some hands on some ball and get this get this pick and go game of theirs going? That's what they'll be looking to try and do with 10-0 down. 15 minutes into the first spell. Remember, this game brought to you by Cutler's Real Estate, Ready Lawn and Garrador.
Bit tardy, that line out. It's just...
Oh, he's just tapped that back a wee bit aimlessly, but it comes into the hands of the first 5, and Schooner. Rucker form just on the halfway. Now they get their runners going. Macassini again just driving it forward. He seems to be their go-to guy. They go wide now, and what can they do here? But no, the good defence, great defence from Whaianuku in the midfield, driving them back in the tackle. Again looking for runners. Ball comes back pretty slowly though, and they're looking for runners again. And this is their game. And that's a great run. That's a massive run from Thomas Ryan. He gets them over the game line. They need to go wide here. They needed to get numbers out wide, and they just didn't do it. Spooner's got it. Ball gets dragged back. Referee says penalty. Offside. But they looked a wee bit better that time with Thomas Ryan.
Yeah, they look
go forward ball.
Yeah, they're being a bit more direct as opposed to going across the park. They seem to be just shifting across the park as opposed to going in, as you say, Thomas Ryan straight up the guts.
And they put the kick down towards the 22. This will be their first time down in this part of the world. This will be foreign territory for them, and this line-out's going to form just inside the 22.
Thomas Ryan, another disillusioned Kaikorai player that went to Green Island.
Well, I hear there's a lot of disillusioned Kaikorai players, Crawford. I think it really is.
So you say, Paul. So you say.
Haven't some of them gone to Zingaree as well?
Yeah, but that was big money apparently.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're the only club with some real cash. Oh, and again, they've thrown that wildly. It's gone into the hands of, picked up there by, and ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. They've done well to defuse that. Back to Forks, the fullback. He puts his boot to it, down over the halfway. Scampering back is Yorston. Goes quiet, and they go wide to the outside. He's actually quite quick. He's gone round the outside. That's Joseph real gas knife over Lulu. And he just about makes the 22. That's a great run. But Kaikorai get numbers to that ruck and drive over the top of it. But no, the Green Island have come well. The referee says no, that's illegal, and that's great counter defence from Kaikorai.
That was a good run by the winger. Kaikorai have got to be awake to that. They just casually brought their line up too slow, really, too slow. They need to put a bit more pressure on those kicks. The kick was a wee bit wee bit aimless. It was in the centre field. But yeah, Kaikorai need to be awake.
Yeah, that Nara Levu, the 14, he looks very tidy for them. That's the man they should be looking to try and find. He's got some real gas. Certainly showed them the outside and went round them. So we'll keep. He's got the headgear on. We'll keep our eye on him. There's been a injury though. The big number 8's gone down for Makasini.
He's key to Green Island, I believe. So they tell me. He's carrying on by the looks of things.
Kaikorai have got the ball. Fawkes has got it, looking for an inside runner. Finds it in Whaianuku. And right on the 10-metre line. Still comes back on their side. Patelo Cinnamoni's got it, but he gets taken down on a nice tackle around the bootlaces. It goes wide and that puts a wee kick over the top. And it's been well picked up though by number 13, Jacob Robertson. Ball comes back again on the Kaikorai side. They hit White, the ginger. He's still going White, but he gets dragged down inside the half. Ball comes back and they go wide again. But they drag it up right up to halfway. Still comes back on the Kaikorai side. I'm looking to go wide, and again it's the number 8. He's everywhere, the number 8. He drags it up, go back pretty much in the same place. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side, looking for runners. They go wide to Fawkes, the fullback. He goes straight through, but then gets brought down just over halfway. Throws a pass back in. Another wee kick over the top, and that's been well taken by the number 11, and Taniti. Ball comes back on the Green Island side now. What can they do with it? Looks like they're going to go back to their traditional game. That's Jared Williams taking it up towards the halfway. Halfback's got his arm out, pleading for the referee for the penalty, and the referee duly obliges when they crash over halfway. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. And that's a nice break from Ryan, and then Fawkes gets in there, but referee says we'll come back for the original penalty to Green Island.
Kaikorai don't need to do those wee kicks. They just need to keep building pressure. Ball in hand's better than giving it away. It's just got to settle down a wee bit, Kaikorai.
All over my electrics, which is good. So if we get electrocuted the next 10 minutes, that's my fault.
Well, life insurance is up to date.
Life insurance, and my phone's wet. Anyway, we go down to the 22, and Green Island are going to throw to this line out.
Substitute.
Yeah, the big fella's he's cried enough. And 20 minutes, a solid shift. They've got a series of big props. Not rolled, of course. It's not rolling subs like the next game. So he won't be able to come back on.
That's young Matt Watson's come on.
Looks like we've made a change. So who's come on here for Kaikorai? Matt Watson.
No, Matt Watson's
come on for them. And who's come on for Kaikorai under the wing there by the look of it? Anyways, we'll come back to that as the big number 3 takes it forward. Isaiah McClellan comes back on the Green Island side. He's found Ryan. Ryan charges it up strong, close to the 5-metre line, looking for runners. They go wide this time. They found Makasini. He gets it wide. They've got numbers out wide. They should score. And the winger has gone over. Naiva Levu, he's gone over in the corner with a fantastic swallow dive to cut the score to 10 points to 5. 21 minutes gone, first half.
Yeah, Kaikorai were well short out there. They crept in a wee bit and they had a 2-man overlap. Jackson Miller that just come on just walked in a wee bit, which is unfortunate.
Righto, so there it is. That's again, there was a nice wee build-up from them. We thought we got caught on the hop with a couple of injuries. They decided to play on. They've got the ball wide to Naivalu Levu, who showed some real gas down that sideline, and with the swan dive went over scored that spectacular try in the corner.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Green Island back in the game, obviously. Big kick for...
So 21. So this kick is right out on the touchline. Right out on the touchline. And this is probably Spooner, I don't know. This will be probably Nelson Yorston, I think, taking this kick at goal. So he's right on the touchline. He's a metre outside the 22. 10-5. That was a crucial try for Green Island to keep them in the game.
Yeah, Kaikorai certainly had the better of the first 22 minutes, but yeah, Green Island now coming back into it.
No, just below the post, just not there. So 10-5, 22 minutes gone. In fact, it might have been Schooner, the first 5 actually taking that kick. It wasn't Nelson Houston. Anyway, so we come back to halfway, and that's I'd have to say, Crawford, that was probably slightly against the run of play.
To a point, but yeah, Cocker again asleep just on those 3 quarters for some reason, not communicating.
Just outside the 22, Grand Island dragged it down. Here is Macassini again. Smacks it up 10 or 12 metres. Comes back to Stapley at halfback. He's found another runner in Isaiah McClellan. Those 2 boys seem to be the go-to guys with Ryan for Grand Island as they come down the 10-metre line, and that's Miller who's taken that down. He's done well.
Ben Ellis.
Ben Ellis, in fact. What's the prop doing back there? Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side, but they're well held up in the midfield. Grand Island trying to go up, trying to dispute possession, but they can't get it. It comes back, and then Fawkes puts the high in the air, and under this is Taniti, and who knocks it on. Comes back into the hands of Kaikorai onto the 14, which is Miller. Blake Harper, in fact. Ball comes back. Here we go. They're away again. It's Fawkes. He goes wide. He got the in pass. Gets the run on, but they get the slip over on the 10-metre mark. Comes back on the Kaikorai side. Jacob Robertson it was, in fact. He's gone off. And again, they take it up over the 10-metre line. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. You get numbers wide this time. They go wide, and they're looking for runners out here, and that's 14. That's Lewis. That's Lewis Carmine. And slowly coming back on the Kaikorai side on the 10-metre line. Patello Cinnamoni again. The old stager from the Prem comes back. Ball comes back into Fawkes. Looking for a runner in midfield. And he gets dragged down. Kane Rareri. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Fawkes puts a wee kick through down towards the 22. And he'll find touch a metre inside the 22.
The change there. Jacob Robinson's gone off. And Jackson Miller's come on to the left wing with Lewis Carmine going into centre by the looks of things, and Blake Harper is now on the right wing.
Right, okay. Lucky you were here, Croft. I never worked all that out.
Yep.
Anyway, line out going to form just a couple of metres inside the Grand Island 22. Grand Island will be looking to try and get their hands back on the ball, and then slowly drive their way out of the 22.
Cocker just need to pressure Grand Island here and keep them down here. And
they've done well there, Grand Island. They've taken that look slightly bent, that line out throw to me. But anyway, ball comes back to Stapley. He puts the kick over the top. And
it's 2 pass.
Here we go. And Fawkes in the midfield. He's found his man on the out wide. They've got numbers. He needs to get it wide, but just didn't do it. He just took the tackle instead of getting it out to an unmarked 14. Ball comes back and they've turned it over. Referee says penalty. Might have been a wee bit high on the tackle.
Just one more pass there, Paul, and
they were away.
Open territory, but you've got to pass that ball.
Vision, especially on the stadium when there's always seems to be room in the stadium. And it's Fawkes again. Angus Fawkes putting it down towards the 22, over the 22. Nice kick from him. And this line out's going to form 6 or 7 metres inside the Grand Island 22 with Jackson, Hutton, Atkins to throw to the line out.
So a good Maniototo boy has either plays for the Maggots.
The Maggots who went down in they didn't quite make did they make the semi-finals? I think they did. Then they got absolutely humped by Upper Clutha, who take on Alexandra this afternoon. The Auburn Terror Shane Flanagan assures me that Alexandra are going to win that game. I'm just not sure if that's true or not.
Well, he'll know. He's right on the pulse.
Well, I've actually tipped against him in the paper. I've actually said that Upper Clutha, surely it comes home this year to them. Anyway, ball goes wide. They've got it to McKenzie. They've got it to Fawkes in the midfield looking for a runner. Come back on the inside. That's a nice wee run. So Carmine takes it up 10 metres out. Now they're looking for runners. There's a big, powerful run on the midfield, but they're only 5 metres away here, Kaikorai. They need to come away. They need to come away to the right, and they have done so. Fawkes has got it. Fawkes has got it. Yes, I thought he was out. I felt he was out.
He's got his touch judge's flag up.
And Brandon Hale was all over that like a rash. And I thought he got his foot out early, well before the try line. In fact, I thought I saw his foot hit the touchline, and Brandon Hale agrees with me. But unlucky, I thought they were going to go over there and score, Croft.
Yep, it was close.
It was close.
Too close. Comfort. If they Ben Whainuku's down in the
It's another one down.
The sticks here,
which down like flies. He doesn't look that good either.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. A bit of pain. So this will be a break in play.
So Ben Whainuku's the younger brother of the legendary Mr. Whainuku.
He hasn't got the same. His thighs aren't quite as big.
No, but he's only got one eye as well. He's blind in the left eye.
Oh, is he? Was that a childhood accident? Or?
Yeah, I think it was.
Right.
What I've been told, but shit, he's got a ticker as big as an elephant.
Yeah, well, his older brother certainly had that. I was quite surprised when he left New Zealand Rugby. He was just really starting to come into his own.
Yeah.
But this kid, his younger brother Ben, he doesn't look that good.
So he's a Nelson College boy, along with Lewis Carmine. There was a group of 4 that come down from Nelson College a couple of years ago to play for Kaikorai Colts.
So you'd have to say then that the Kaikorai team, even though there's a sprinkling of old hands, so there's a lot of, but whereas with that Green Island side, they've been together for a long, long time.
Yeah. They've got continuity. They know how everybody plays. But yeah, Kaikorai's got a wee bit of experience here. They just, they're dropping like flies at the moment, and they've lost their 2 centres. So
they've got the stretcher out, and it looks like it's either a knee or an ankle, and he looks like he could be in some serious pain. So that's going to be a shame. They've already lost one,
and that could be quite crucial for Kaikorai because their midfield's been their go-to all season with Ben and Jacob.
So this could be they could be taking some time to make this happen too, to get him up.
Trying to work out who they're going to bring on. Oh, they'll bring on Mitch Pride, put Mitch Pride onto the side of the scrum, and they'll take Christian Blackie and put Christian into the centres. Christian's actually a centre, but they were short of loose forwards this year, so decided to turn his hand at loose forward.
So so we're bringing on the redoubtable hooker, from the club captain hooker,
Premier
from,
Colts coach.
Just does everything, and he's going to come on and play.
Man of all trades.
He'll go right in the loose.
Yeah, he'll give away 2 penalties in the first 2 rucks.
He'll be having a chat with the referee every scrum after that. So, I was talking to Mitch earlier on the week, teeing up this that interview we did up there on Wednesday night since Kaikorai. Just talk about that for a minute, Croft. So the Prem year, a bit disappointing year for your Prem's going out in the quarterfinals, but you've got your obviously this team winning this game here. You've got your senior team playing Tyree next, and you've got 2 Colt sides in the pretty much at playoff time. Yeah,
well, obviously it's shaping up to be the old foes in the Prem 2s. In the Premier Colts, Dunedin and
Kaikorai.
Dunedin and Kaikorai. It's shaping that way. I think the Premier Colts played Green Island last night. I think it was 36.
I did see
24 or something like that. So, if they've got out of that without any injuries, they've had a bit of a bloody rough season with injuries. If they get out of that, they'll still be competitive.
So they'll be playing because that'll be semi-finals next week. So they will be playing Zingaree, I imagine.
Yeah, by the sounds of things, that's what the chat is. That it is going to be Zingaree.
Dunedin would play. That would mean Dunedin would play varsity. So well, that's what I mean. It's been Dunedin Kaikorai that Prem Colts final for the last few years.
Yeah.
And
unfortunately, the Dunedin teams keep pinching it in the last couple of
Well,
minutes.
I did watch that game last year, and how the hell Kaikorai didn't win that game, I will never know.
Yep, we're good at that.
You're good. You've got a getting to final then just on that day. Well, they had a kick. From memory, they had a kick right in front to win it too.
That's right. Yeah, it was pretty painful to watch.
Yeah, I walked off I left then and thought, I can't stay and watch this anymore. I went down to prepare for the big final that afternoon, which was between Dunedin and Southern. Yeah. Which didn't go that well for Dunedin. Kaikorai, they just need to take some kicks and they need to get a few kicks over.
It's the old attitude, isn't it? You take your points on offer when you can.
Correct. This is taking some time now. We've probably been waiting for 5-6 minutes now as they look after young Ben Whaianuku, and they're just trying to stabilise him so they can get him off the field. This does not look well though. It doesn't look good for him at all, to be perfectly honest.
Just a bit of a shout out there for P2 players from last year. A couple of the boys in the UK. We've got Dylan Crawford and Corey Miller in Manchester, and we've got the former greenkeeper of the stadium, now the greenkeeper at Wimbledon apparently, the big hedge warrender.
Hell, did they know his track record before they took him on at Wimbledon?
Yeah, well, he's still, I could tell a couple of stories, but probably not the most appropriate time.
I'm still having a look around. There's not that many, I don't see that many Kaikorai supporters here.
No, they're probably queued up at the top of the bar there, waiting for the doors to be unlocked. Donald Muldrew will be well dressed in his shorts and jandals, I suspect.
Yeah, he was looking. In fact, I actually had a beer with him last night, Crawford, and he walked into the pub with a Kaikorai top on, and it was quite sad. He was struggling to get into it, and it wasn't even one of those form-fitting ones, and it looked form-fitting on him, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, he's just come back from 10 weeks in the States. He's been eating well and drinking well, and yeah.
Right, so they've finally got young Ben Fianuka. At least he's sitting up. They've got him off. In the wee cart, and this game is going to start again. We're 27 minutes in. It's 10-5 to Kaikorai. Kaikorai attacking the line, but it's a Green Island throw. And looks like it's is that Thomas Ryan throwing in?
It's Matt Watts.
It's Matt Watts. And here we go. Can they win their own line out? Yes, it goes to the bat. They take it down well. They get a bit of a drive on, and now they come away. It's Makasini again. He went backwards to start with Makasini. He takes it forward. He's gone forward a good 6 or 7 yards, so that gives him some good carrying. Should it make the clearance a bit easier for them? But no, they're going to have another crack. They bring it forward. It's now the big prop smacking it through, and that's McClellan. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. That's a terrible pass, well picked up. Ball come, and that's good tackle from Patello. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They're 15 metres out from their own line. And again, Stapley's finally got his hands on it. But he's kicked it into midfield straight to Fawkes. He's let it bounce though, which is a wee bit surprising. Back to halfway. Fawkes has got it again. He's got a man outside him, and he's just gone straight through. Look at him go, little Blake Harper. Still going, Harper over the 22. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They're trying to get their hands on it. Hands got it. Fawkes has got it at 15. Again, and there's a forward pass there, and then it's been picked up by Green Island. Coming outside the 22, Stapley puts a wee kick over the top, straight into the hands of one of the defenders, who fires it out into the midfield on halfway. And then he's put the wee kick through, and that's actually not a bad kick. It says he needs to chase that up. Number 11's getting back there, and Taniti. And then Taniti puts it down this touchline, and that's a nice kick from Taniti, and that's going to go out probably on the 10, just on the 10, on the Green Island 10 metre line.
Got another soldier down there. It might be a bit of cramp for Green Island, maybe. But yeah, good run by Blake Harper there.
Just showed some gas. Well, there's a few of the old fellas going down now, and it's only 20, and we're only 28 minutes in.
Yeah, well, Matt Watts has been around for a while. He's played a lot of Prem games for Green Island Premiers, and he would be in his early 30s.
And so yet another. Well, you don't normally stop for a cramp break.
No, you generally keep going. Well, they keep going before. So.
Yeah. He's up. He's not that good though. I think he's seriously unwell.
Maybe the surface maybe taking its toll on a few people.
I think it's got to him. So I'm getting some grief from these average commentators next door. We've now got time to take selfies. That's how good a job they're doing. Anyway, he's coming off. Matt, he's
so this could be down to golden oldie scrums.
Just about. We've had 2 off now already. So things aren't looking good. We've lost 2 of the Kaikorai backs, and we've lost 2 of the Green Island forwards, and we've still got a long way to go. It's actually
they might have to turn the lights on for the late game.
I think he's done a hammy, if he can find a hammy.
So what do we got coming on?
We're bringing on a wee small fella now. I'd say it could be one of the Lucy's.
Turn around, so
he's number 19.
Max.
We'll just call him Max. Ball comes back on the on the Kaikorai side, and he's straight through. And Christian, he's just too quick, mate.
Go on, son.
Just too quick. Just too much gas. Number 6, you said he was a. You did tell me he was a midfield playing on the side of the scrum, and he goes back out there, goes straight through, and scores a great try.
Correct. Yeah, they just opened up, didn't they? They just want to know about him.
Just too big, too strong. Well, actually not too big, but he's certainly too fast and too strong. So Christian Blakey.
His father's the other coach, Craig Blackie, who's been coaching with me for a few years in the P2s. Also started in Colts together way back in 2000.
So there it is. He shows if he's got a surprising bit of gas.
Yeah, a bit more than I thought he had. But yeah.
And he was a midfielder prior to this.
Yeah, so he's played probably every position apart from halfback, to be honest, in the P2s. Yeah, he's just a versatile, tough, nuggety wee player, but his sole position was centre, second five, and he's, as I say, played that for the last couple of years. But
and Hand has drained that kick, absolutely drained it.
He put his hand up to go into the loose forwards.
And that gives them a commanding lead.
Oh no, still a long way to go, Paul. As we say, it's still 50-odd minutes.
I've got a bit of ahead of myself on the score, but it's actually 17 to 5 after that conversion from Hand. And that looked like that was Mitch Hunt taking that down. And again, it's Patello. Big Cinnamoni takes it out over the 22. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. They smack it out over the 22 through Benjamin White. Ball comes back again, and they've found Angus Fawkes, who puts it deep down into Green Island Cherry. That's a big thumping kick, but now Green Island start to bring it back. It's in the hands of Yorston now. He puts the up and under in. Fawkes is trying to get underneath that, but it's been taken by the other Fawkes, Matt Fawkes, who got on the way of his fullback younger brother. Comes back on the Kaikorai side. Again, Patello's got it. They go wide from Fawkes out wide, and that's Mitch Pride. And Mitch Pride gets forced into touch. He's immediately gesticulating at
Kaikorai put into the line out.
Yeah, Kaikorai put in. I think he might have thrown it into his opposite player there. Quite a smart move from Mitch Pride. And he's gone to, we presume he's gone to 6, but is he throwing the line? He is throwing the ball in. He is throwing the ball in, yeah. Well, he's done a bit of that in his life, and that's not straight, by the way. And referees picked that up. So, so this is a Green Island scrum as the sun starts peeking through the roof of the stadium.
Be interesting to see what happens with the scrum, obviously, with the two props going off.
So they would have to go to golden old, as you would think. We'll just see what happens here.
Oh, yeah, well, sorry, correction. Matt Watts was playing hooker at that stage, wasn't he? So.
And as we can see, it's not contested, even though our commentators next door think it is.
Yeah.
They obviously haven't spent
a different game.
They haven't spent a lot of time in the front row, obviously, next door. So, yes. It takes a bit of the sting out of the game, though. It makes for a harder game.
It does.
It brings too many people into play.
Yeah.
And so here we go. So Green Island defeat the scrum on the Kaikorai 10-metre line. Remember, the score is 17 to 5 to Kaikorai. Oh no, that might be contested. Yes, it is.
It is contested.
Oh, and they've just pushed them, crunched them. They've taken it up, and that's Big Sam Aripa who's taken it forward, looking for runners now. And here is Jared Williams taking it up towards the 22, puts it down, and they get the runners again. Here's their number 2, and Thomas Ryan. He's right on the 22 now. Here's their other of the big runners with a massive handoff. He finds Big Macassini. He goes to ground. They're only 12 or 15 metres out, looking for more runners. They've found it in the form of Macassini. They take it forward again. They're only 10 metres out from the line now, looking for number. Somehow it's come back on the Kaikorai side. And Hand has put that out for a relieving kick away to touch, and this line-out will form just outside the 22 of Kaikorai.
Kaikorai's got a good defence. They've been very, very good all year on defence. They've only let in 100-odd points, my understanding. They have a bit of pride in that, as they have in the past.
So Thomas Ryan to throw to this line-out just outside the 22. And remember that they're 17 to 5 down with 5 or 6 minutes to go to half time. Throw it to the back. That's a good throw. And they're looking for runners again. Who just smacks it up to right on the 22. Looking for a runner. It's Macassini again. Another strong run from Macassini. Takes it inside the 22 for Green Island. And the referee says no. There's a wee knock on in there. Spotted the knock on. Turnover. Scrum to Kaikorai.
Yeah, it appears to be Green Island's turn to. When they get into the red zone, they're making mistakes that Kaikorai were making early on. So, they need to sort that out.
It's 17 to 5, and with the amount of substitutions we've had, Green Island would like to think they could get some more points on before half time, or it might become a little bit much for them. Anyway, so the scrum's going to form right on just inside the 22, and it's Tane Hand to feed the scrum. And there's a forks on either side of the scrum, and it'll just depend on which way they decide to go. The way they've been going, it'll probably come to Angus Forks on this north stand side. And it's found Angus Forks, and he puts a boot to it.
Got to make touch.
Yes, it was a bit aimless kicking down the middle of the field. And he puts it a wee kick up back towards the 22. Forks waiting back for that. He didn't ask for the mark. Probably should have. But he's found touch, and that's a good touch finder that time. That was actually a nice kick from Angus Forks.
Yeah, it's just, I think he just tries to get a wee bit too much distance, and he needs to find that touch, especially in crucial parts of the ground, which is,
and you
got away with that one.
Yeah, and you don't really want to be playing the last 5 minutes and a half inside your own 22.
No, Kaikorai need to go in at the score line, if not more, but yeah, they just need to get back to building pressure.
So it is, it's Thomas Ryan to feed this line out, and it's been been ripped out of the air. Well done. And he drives the yard forward. Good hand-to-eye coordination there. Cinnamoni again has been a strong ball carrier all day for Kaikorai. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side, looking for runners. They found it in the form of number 3, Tane Rariri. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Forks in the midfield. He's found his runners. Still going, taken down. That was, I'm not sure who that is, but there's a nice wee break from hand. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side, looking for runners again. They found Ben White, the ginger, takes it up towards the 22. Comes back to hand. Again, he's found Rariri. He goes wide to Patello Simone. He finds a nice wee offload. He's going forward. He's looking for the outside step. Got it inside, but it's come back on the Kaikorai side. Patello's got it again. He's only 5 or 6 metres out. He goes to ground. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side, looking for runners. They've found. They've come back on their side. They're still, and they've got space out wide. They've just got to get it wide. Fast hands will make a try, but no, that's a great tackle from Noivu Levu, who came back and made that tackle. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. He'll be looking for runners. They take it up Green Island. They still go again. I think they might have a penalty advantage. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Another couple of players offside. Referee says we'll come back. No, it must have been a knock-on. We'll come back for the original knock-on. Scrum to Green Island, 5 metres outside their own 22.
Yeah, if Kaikorai were quick enough to get that ball out to the outside there, they would have been in. But unfortunately, yeah, the Green Island player was up very quickly. I was about
to bring out my line, fast hands will make a try for Murray Watts, but we just didn't have it. But, yeah, that was a bit sad. He just couldn't get that ball away. He sort of got ball and tackler at the same time.
Yeah, Kaikorai should put a bit of pressure on the scrum here. The last scrum Green Island put in, Kaikorai put some pressure on it, and I think, they're in the right frame of mind, in the right part of the ground. They could draw a penalty. Probably
a minute and a half to go to half time. 17-5, Kaikorai up over Green Island. So we'll keep a very close eye on the scrum. Croft's been in a few scrums, so he pretty much knows what's going to happen here.
You pick your moments, Paul. You pick your moments.
You can't be pushing them every... That was a wee push, but they did well. They did well to hold that up, Green Island, considering they've lost a couple of their players. And we go wide. He's showed him a clean pair of heels, Yorston, but he's sort of spaked back to Forks. No, it's not. It's number 11. That's Blake Harper. And away goes Harper. Puts an average kick in, I'd have to say. But he very unlucky that didn't come back to him. Very unlucky. Very unlucky indeed. And somehow. Devon Stapley gets that away to touch.
If that had turned square, he was in.
Yeah, the bounce of the rugby ball. That could have gone absolutely anywhere.
Well, Kaikorai just need to win this and just take it into the touchline and, have 10 minutes and regroup.
This is probably the last line out of the game. It's not. Is that Mitch Pride throwing again?
Yeah, it is.
It is. So let's hope he does a better job than the last time. It's right in front of us. It's right down the line, so we can see how Australia gets this one. And that's a far better throw, and he's done well. Ball comes back on the
Christian Blackie.
Ball comes back again, looking for runners. Again, it's Big Patella. How many times has he carried in the first half for Kaikorai? Will he last the game? Ball comes back on the... It's pretty slow. Referee says they've held that in there illegally. And what will they do here, Crawford? They kick the touch or have a shot at goal?
Surely they'll take the shot. I think, probably a wee bit wee bit far for Tane, maybe Angus Fulks.
They're having a shot. And they're going to, but who's going to kick it?
There might be a lottery down there at the moment.
No,
stepping up.
Tane has decided, I'm your guy. So this will probably be the last kick of the game, 17-5 to Kaikorai. Would that be a fair summation of the first half, Paul?
Yeah, a bit of a surprise, but well, not a surprise in the sense, as we said before, Green Island, have always played that one-dimensional game, carry, whereas Kaikorai work on recycling the ball and recycling quick out to their three quarters, and I think that's proven the proof in the pudding, really. Both sides are playing the way they normally play, and Kaikorai's got the better of it.
And Tane Hand comes in. He's going to be short. He's going to be well short. And they're dragging it back up through Yorston. What's he going to do? He's looking for a hole, Yorston. He's got outside the 22. Didn't have anybody on either shoulder to get a pass away to. Can they go wide? But no, they stick to the old tried and true with McClellan smacking it up through the middle. Ball comes back, but slowly back. This time they'll have to go wide now. They have no other choice. That's a nice wee step inside. Still going. That's from Brad Lee. First time I've called his name all day. Ball comes back on the Green Island side again. Again, it's the big number 8, Makasini, taking it forward. He takes it up towards the 10-metre line, right on the middle of the field. They're looking for runners. Stapley looking for it. That's a nice wee offload. Gets it round to the fast man, Nailevalu. But this time they stayed with him and brought him down on the halfway. Referee said that was a crazy thing to do, trying to stop that ball coming out of that scrub. So they've got another penalty advantage, and it's the big number 3, McClellan again. He's just taking it forward. The referee says come back.
Nelson Yulston's down. He's been down since he made that run back here. He's just wandered up gingerly into the line, but he's not good by the looks of things.
So we've had a series of injuries in this game. What are they going to do here? They've got a penalty. It's time up on the clock in the first half. I'd say he'll just put it to touch. They'll have to go to the line out though, I'd imagine. Yeah,
I suspect they'll have a crack. They'll go to the back of the line out, and Kaikorai need to be aware of that. And there's the ambulance pulling in out the back there.
That'll be for young Whainuku.
Green Island, I suspect, will go to the back. They'll go to Makasini at the back or Washington at the back.
So here we go.
They'll drive.
Here we go. They'll stick with the tried and true, and remember we're in referee's time in the first half. They've got to win this line out.
Kaikorai know where this is going, so they need to challenge it.
Looks like they are going to. And it's been taken down by Benjamin White. He was just too good. Got it back, and this time it's going to go to touch. And Mackenzie Fawkes puts it into touch. And we go to half-time at 17 points to 5. Remember, this has been brought to you by Cutler's Real Estate, Ready Lawn, Garrador, and we'll be back with you with the second half shortly.
Welcome to Cutler's. Cutler's Real Estate is a family-owned business with family values. For over 25 years, Cutler's has tended to the needs of every property sector in Otago. The Cutler's sales team knows the Otago market. You can rely on Cutler's to sell your property with knowledge, experience and professionalism. Their dedicated team holds in high esteem transparency, hard work and most of all, their clients' needs.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Wait for seed to germinate. Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
Welcome to Cutlers. Cutlers Real Estate is a family-owned business with family values. For over 25 years, Cutlers has tended to the needs of every property sector in Otago. The Cutlers sales team knows the Otago market. You can rely on Cutlers to sell your property with knowledge, experience and professionalism. Their dedicated team holds in high esteem transparency, hard work and most of all, their clients' needs.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Wait for seed to germinate. Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
And here we are back at the stadium. We're back live. It's 17-5 at half time. Kaikorai up over Green Island. We've had a couple of injuries on both sides. The Green Island boys lost a couple of their forwards, and Kaikorai have lost their two midfielders, including a serious injury to Ben Whaianuku. We've just seen an ambulance leave the ground, which is sad to hear, but it could be an ankle. As we get the game underway, and Kaikorai have received the kickoff and then kicked it down towards the halfway line. Line out expert Brandon Hale has just given the ball to Green Island, and they will throw to this line out on the Kaikorai 10-metre line.
Green Island need to start well in this second half. They need to score first, otherwise they could be chasing the game, unfortunately.
And they've taken that well. They get it down. They get into the back line looking for runners. And again, it's that man Macassini. He's been running for them all day. Well, he's been well looked after though. Ball by Mitch Pride. Comes back. The big prop got on the way. That number, that's big Tofalau Louis. I was calling him McClellan in the first half for some strange reason. But anyway, ball comes back on the Green Island side. They smack it up towards the 10-metre line. Ball comes back on their side, looking for runners. They're found in the form of Jared Williams, but he's hands off, and that's number 2. That's Ryan. He's been strong for them both halves so far. You're looking for runners out wide. They get it wide. They get it wide out here, and they're looking for it, and they're trying to get it out to their danger man. Our little man Nova Levu. Ball comes back again on the Green Island side, looking for runners in the field. Matt Cassini finds big Toffala Louis. Ball goes to ground just outside the 22. Comes back on the Green Island side. They've started with a rush, and there's Jared Williams taking it up, the ageing lock forward. Ball comes back. They're looking for runners out in the midfield, and that's Spooner. Not that's Spooner. That's Schooner. Ball comes back again. Again, it's Ryan. He takes it towards the 22 in midfield. Ball goes to ground. Comes back. Here's Macassini again. They get it wide. And number 13, which is Brad Lee, tries to make it up towards the 22. Great defence from Kaikorai at this stage. Ball comes back again. Again, they're looking for runners out wide. Again, it's Macassini. He goes towards the 22. Still outside the 22. Back to Stapley, looking for runners. Schooner's got it. Throws a long pass. He's looking for on the runners on the outside. He's got Taniti. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Again, they're looking for runners. Again, they're taking, but still haven't made it inside that 22. Ryan takes it through again. Another good tackle, but again, they drive it up. Goes forward a yard. Ball comes back slowly on the Green Island side. Again, they're looking for runners. Now they've tapped and gone on them and close to the line. Again, they've been well taken down. Great work from Hand, the Kaikorai halfback. Again, they're looking for runners. Again, they drive it forward. This is a great run from, that's again is number 8, Macassini. And again, they drive at the line. It's actually Ryan again. Ball comes back, and they could score. They're under the bar. Can he get it down? What is it? And they're driven back, and great defence from Kaikorai. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They've got to get over. They've got to score. Again, Kaikorai have
got an overlap.
They go wide. They must score, and they do. They score out wide. It had to come, Croft.
Yeah, great play by Green Island. They built phase after phase after phase. Unlucky not to get under the sticks there. Recycled the ball and out wide. Great try. They had a 3-man overlap there at one stage. I thought they'd killed it.
Yeah, but they looked like they bombed it. And I can't believe the big Louis couldn't get over under the bar. He was over the line. They picked him up and dragged him back.
Carried him back, yeah.
Then they finally saw they had numbers out wide and went over in the score, and that's a crucial try just after half-time, Croft.
Yeah, Green Island's gone back to their staple diet of one-offs, and they do it very, very well, as we've just seen. They inch their way up the field from just outside the 22 right into the goal line.
So 17-10, a kick to come from Schooner, but he's right on the touchline. He's a metre outside the 22. He's just down in the shadow of the south stand. Can he get this and get him a wee bit closer? They're 10 points adrift currently. But remember, there's still 36 minutes to go in this half. They're trying to charge his kick. He's had a crack. It's just dragged away to the left. So 17-10. Kaikorai will need to regroup now and get themselves back into this game, Croft.
Yeah, we're going to see what Kaikorai's made of now. I think, as you say, Paul, the next 10 minutes are going to be crucial for Kaikorai. If they let Green Island in again, then I think they're under the pump for the rest of the game.
Righto, here we go. Looks like we've got another replacement on the field for. Let's look for. Could be. I'm not sure if that doesn't. That might be just Mitch Pride. No.
Nakin's going off. It'll be Max Webb to come on.
Right. Okay. And it's Fawkes to get them underway. Angus Fawkes. And Green Island waiting for that, just outside the 22. They've got it. They've come forward 2 or 3 yards. Ball comes back on the Green Island side, and again they go to their little parcel of runners as they charge it up towards the 10-metre line. Comes back slowly for Stapley. He's got Yorston behind him. Just inside the 22. Ball comes back, and Fawkes is waiting back there for that. He's letting it bounce a wee bit more than I'd like. Takes it up towards the 10-metre line. Fawkes still going. Fawkes. Then he gets bragged down. He finds a runner in the form of, not sure who that is, Ben Ellis. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. And again, it's Big Patello. He gets dragged down by Jared Williams. Good defence from Jared Williams. Grabbed and won by a sprig. And then Fawkes kicks it deep down towards the 22. Waiting back there for that is Yorston. And Yorston's still going. Up over the 10-metre line, Yorston. Great run, Yorston. Then he gets absolutely hammered by Cinnamoni for his troubles. Ball comes back again. It's Makasini. Smacks it up. He gets the ball. We're back to the halfback in Yorston. And again, they drag it up towards the 20, up toward the 20. Come in. They come back on the. It comes back on the side. Stapley's found a runner, and it could be Big Tofalu Louis. And again, they've still got this Green Island. This is the game they love. And again, they're smacking it forward. It's Makasini. Goes through a couple of tackles. Goes straight through that man. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Takes it to the line, Schooner. Looking for a runner. He needs to let that go. He'll get penalised. Ball comes back on the side. It's Makasini again. Makasini takes it up towards the 22. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Again, they go wide. It's Tofa Louis. He's going forward. He gets a nice wee offload. They drag it forward. They're only 15 metres out. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Again, they'll be looking for runners. They found the other lock this time, which is Mitchell Turner. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Again, they charge it up. Jared Williams charges at the line. They're only 7 or 8 metres out. Now they look to go to the backs. They've got it out wide. Ellis, they've got it. They're going wide. He's just about through in terms of Brad Lee, but he gets dragged down 6 metres short. Looking for it again. They come in trying to find it. They've got it. They found it. They go to the back line. Again, it's number 2. It's Ryan. He charges it up towards the 5-metre line. They're only 6 or 7 metres out. Can they get over and score and make this game a lot closer? It's Turner again. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Stapley in there looking for it. He found his number 8. He found Ryan. Ryan goes at the line. Ryan scores! Ryan scores the try. Great play that time from Green Island. They held on to that ball for at least 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, great play by Green Island. Once again, they've just one-offs, spun it wide and got back to their basics, and they've done it very, very well. Kaikorai haven't come out of the changing rooms, I don't think. They've certainly got a game on their hands now.
17 to 15 with that try, and it's just those, mate. It's the same old guys. You've got Ryan bringing it up. You've got Toffler Louis bringing it up. You've got Jared Williams bringing it up. You've got Makasini. They just keep on going. Can they last a game?
Well, that's going to be the million-dollar question, Paul. I think, just before half-time there, we've seen a lot of the Green Island players with their hands on their hips.
And they just kicked that conversion. Schooners kicked that conversion. So it's now 17 all, and we have got a game on our hands with 48 minutes to go. 17 all. That's the question for me. Can these Green Island boys keep going?
Well, the question for me, Paul, is can Kaikorai get back to the way they started this game? At the moment, as I say, they seem to be not come out of the changing room.
So Fawkes kicks it, and the waiting back there is Williams, but it's been brilliantly taken.
Great take by Fletcher Scott.
Scott. And again, now they start to get a bit of a roll on Kaikorai. Can they get themselves back into the game? Looking for runners on that side. They drag it up towards the 22, and they've had it turned over. They didn't have enough numbers at that ruck. Ball comes back. The Green Island have really got a sniff now as they're charging it up. Again, it's Makasini. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They go to the back line, and they've got some numbers out wide. It's our man Bradley again, really coming into the game. Bradley. Yorston gets gets back straight through again. Number 2. That's he's just strong line. Again, Jared Williams takes it up to halfway, goes to ground. Ball comes back. And they've knocked it on. Crucial knock. What can he do? What can he do with that? And then he gets the ball out wide. They put a wee kick through. The Green Island have got plenty of numbers back and not many there for... they're making an absolute botch of this, though. He's picked it up and then he's thrown that ball at his foot. And that's actually not a bad clearing kick.
Yeah, they got... no, they're going back for the penalty there, Paul, I think. Look at that.
So, yeah, that was... and then look at the... feel those Green Island boys, though. They look like they're out on their feet.
And Kaikorai need to exploit that. If they're switched on, they will. But yeah, it's just they've got to keep the ball in hand and look after it, Kaikorai. That's exactly what Green Island are doing. They're just keeping the ball in hand and they're just driving up the field.
Right, so we've got Angus Fawkes. He'll be looking for the touch line here, and they'll be looking to go to secure a line out and just stay down this end and put some real pressure on Green Island. I think if they could score here any time soon, if they could put this game away.
Well, yeah, Kaikorai just need to secure this line out and just make Green Island tackle a number of phases. Just put them under a wee bit of pressure and build plenty of pressure.
Righto, so it's Mitch Pride to throw to this line out. And will they be looking for Ben White? He's been a source of ball for them all day.
Should be.
He's got it. Ben White did well, and they got the wee drop. They've got the wee drive on. Now they've got a little drive going here. They've made it a couple of yards. They drag it though to the midfield, and here's
head-high tackle there.
He's got him for that. That's right out in front of the post. They'll be looking for runners. Again, they storm it forward. Tane Rariri, he takes it forward. They're only 6 or 7 metres out. Looking for runners again. They smack it up. They go to ground. They're still 6 or 7 metres out. Ball comes back. They'll just be looking to play some phase ball here. Yeah, there's Ben Ellis that time. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Referee's got the penalty. We'll come back for that penalty.
Take that shot, Kaikorai.
Would you take the 3 here, Croft, or would you hold on to the ball?
No, take the 3.
Well, I would take the 3. Yes, no, they've certainly... Mackenzie Fawkes said, no, let's stop shagging around. Let's take the 3.
Every point's valuable, as we know, in finals.
And we've got a new kicker, I presume, have we?
Jackson Miller, by the look of that.
Has he done much goal kicking, Croft?
He's done a wee bit in the past, yeah. I'm not sure why they've changed that.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, unless Jordan Hands decided, not Jordan, Tane Hands just decided not to do it. And so it's Miller. So Miller to take the right out in front of the posts. We're just about right out in front of the posts. Remember, it's 17 all, 12 minutes. And yeah, he's drained it. So that's a penalty to Miller.
Yeah, well, he needed to. It was right out in front. So yeah. So right now, Kaikorai need to turn around now and just start to push back up the field again.
Just control the kickoff, get some ball, and then and start, because I'm really starting to feel these guys are starting to tire.
Green Island got their tails up, come back, a couple of tries, so yeah, and Kaikorai, that's what Kaikorai got to do, is take the wind out of their sails at the moment.
Looks to me like Nelson Yorston could be carrying an injury as well as he hobbles up to take this kickoff. And here's White again. He's been great for Kaikorai today. He's been in the thick of the action. Ball comes back. They drab it forward a couple of yards. They go to ground. Ball comes back on their side. Where are they going to go here? Looks like they're going to come back to the blind. Mitch Pride goes 40 yard, goes to ground. Ball comes back on their side. Hand in there looking for it. Slowly coming back. Talking about a clock wasting. And then puts a kick down, but it's straight down to the hands of Schooner, who picks it up. He's gone straight past. The referee says they're offside. They were in front of the kicker. Crucial. That's a crucial error. A crucial error. And we are going to kick just like they're going to kick for they're going to try and put it into the corner, which is not surprising with their pack. And they didn't get a lot of ground there though. They only really got 2 or 3 or 4 yards. So they go 3 metres inside the 22. Remember, it's 20-17. Kaikorai up by 3. 14 minutes gone, second half, and it's Green Island to throw to this line out.
So I think we know they will go to the back, and Kaikorai again need to be aware of that.
And they'll be looking to drive. They'll be looking to drive around the back of that line out, which they've been doing all day. They go to the middle this time, but now they'll immediately come this way, and it's Makasini again. He's just still going. Makasini's a powerful man. Drags it out to the middle, right in front of the post, but they're 15 metres out. They're looking for it. They got it now, and Turner smacks it up. The ball drifts back untidily. Kaikorai may have gone in and nabbed that.
Christian Blakey.
There could have been 2 knock-ons. First knock-on against Green Island. This will be a Kaikorai scrum.
Christian Blakey come in from the centres there and got on that loose ball.
So the scrum to form, it's probably 8-9 metres out from the post. They're just in the shadow of the post. But it's Tane Hand to feed the scrum. what can they do from here? 20-17. They need to get out of. They need to have a reasonably tidy exit here and get back down into Green Island territory if they can. Solid scrum from both sides. Ball comes back. Ooh, there could have been a wee knock on there. No, there wasn't. Back to Angus Fawkes, and he kicks it. It's not. Ooh, that's an action. That was a really nice
Very
kick.
good kick.
That was a very nice kick. He's actually put that out 2 or 3 metres. That's the best part of a 48-metre kick. That's a great kick from Angus Fawkes.
Certainly got a big punt on him, that's for sure.
And he certainly got that one dead right. Looks like it was going to drift back in, but it just stayed out, and wisely the Green Island winger stayed away from it, or they would have coughed up the line-out throw as well. And this line-out's right down in front of us, and it's Ryan to throw to this line-out. That's not straight, but it's come back. It's come back, and they charge it up. That was that's Ricky Washington doing well there, and it's the wee winger. And then they've just crucially turned that over, knocked it on. Just wasn't looking, number 22. And Rawiri Rawita just took his eyes off that ball, was looking at the opposition rather than the ball coming into his hands, and they've turned that over.
Ricky Washington's down.
And that's another one down. He looks in
a lot of pain.
He looks in a lot of pain. He could. Oh, that's been a terrible day for injuries so far. Remember, we've already had 4 or 5 players off, with one already gone to hospital, and he is writhing. And I think that it looked like it could be his knee.
Yeah, I don't think he's too good.
No,
to be honest. It's been a shame for Green Island because he's played a very good game.
Yeah. No, he is. He's not looking that good.
Yeah, got a cramp down here as well.
Yep.
Big fella's down.
So it took us nearly an hour to play the first half, and this game's scheduled to finish at 1 o'clock. And hopefully there's going to be no extra. Hopefully there's no extra time. It could be a late night for us here tonight.
Yeah. You tell me Donald Mulgrew's just entering the lift. So
I still don't see the. Do I see the lights on up there?
No, it's 12:30.
Oh, I can see some. I can see some heads rolling up there on the other side. They'd be time for them to come in. Remember, this game today brought to you by Cutler's Real Estate, Ready Lawn and Garrador. And just remember, it is 20-17. There's nothing in it. There's 16. We're nearly 17 minutes gone. And luckily, he's back on his feet. He's back on his feet, Ricky Washington, but he looks like he's going off. He looks like he's in quite a bit of pain. Mitchell Finney may have come on for them. Righto, so this is, after all that, it's going to be a Kaikorai scrum from that knock on.
So we've got Ben Ellis playing on the blind side. I see down here now.
Right, so. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Finds Schooner. He goes into the midfield. And they go wide. There's massive numbers. Fawkes has got it. What's Fawkes going to do? He's found his man on the outside, and he's knocked it on. He may have done a knee as well, and but still Green Island going forward. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Looking for numbers here. The nice wee step from the number 7, Cale Spooner. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Looking, they found a nice pass out wide. They've got numbers here. They've got numbers. A Reaper, a straight through. Just straight through. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They're looking for runners again. They've found our man Macassini. And Macassini goes up and goes over the 22. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Jared Williams is calling for it, and he slams into the defence. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They've got their big numbers. What are they looking for? They've got the wee man now. He storms through the middle, still going. It's a great run from Naiva Levu. Ball comes back though. Kaikorai have stolen that ball. Comes back. Fawkes has got it. Fawkes kicks it deep down towards halfway. Back goes Yorston. Picks it up. And he's kicking for that corner. Fawkes is back there. He's picked it up. Takes it outside his 22. And he's fallen over right in front of the defence. Can the Kaikorai boys get back, or can Green Island roll over the top of that? Kaikorai have done really well to hold on to that ball. Fawkes put them under some real pressure there. Big shot. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. They need to get it wide and they need to find some numbers. They put a kick over the top. Waiting back there is Schooner. He takes it down on his own 10-metre line. And then he gets round his man, but wasn't fast enough to get past two. Can Kaikorai get over? Ball comes back. Referee says penalty. Didn't let it go.
We've got, after Jackson Miller made that run to catch that ball and Christian Blackie's break, he's, I think, either pulled a hamstring or something, and he's been trying to defend for the last couple of minutes.
And he's gone off. He's
got to go off.
He's got to go. There's another one down there.
Another Green Island man going off there as well.
Injury,
dropping like flies.
Injury toll. Is there any reserves left on either bench?
Oh, they might be calling on us, Paul. Well, they might be calling on me anyway.
Right, so anyway, we carry on. There's players going up. There's like an injury ward out there. And we've kicked away down towards the 22. That's actually a nice kick. So they've actually got the penalty, and they are going to feed a line out inside the Green Island 22.
Shane Afaluki's come on. He'll go on to the wing.
Right, so Mitch Pride to throw to this line out. They'll just be looking to go. They'll be looking to go. I'd imagine they'll be looking to go to their number 8 again. He's been their go-to guy all day. As they regroup, and yes, they've found him. They found White, and they get the drive going this time. They were a bit slow to form. This is a really nice line-out drive. They've got to keep that going. They can keep the men going forward. They're going towards the line. They could score here. I think they have. What's the referee say? They're short. They're just short. They try and crash over. Cinnamoni drag back. Ball come back on and they have one more go at the line. Again, they're short. They're only a metre out though. They'll have to go again. They crash at the line. It could have been Mitch Pride. He could be short as well. Ball comes back. Again, they try the Green Island to get in there and disrupt it. They may have turned it over. They have turned it over, Green Island. There's fantastic defence from that pack. Now they're faithful trying to get it out, and they get a kick away.
And that's not out.
It hasn't gone far. It's only gone
Too
down.
Fast.
Here they come. He's just charging straight into them. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side, hand in there looking for it. Found it. He's found White. White takes it towards the 10-metre line. Then it's been ripped out by Green Island. That's nuggety defence though, Craw, from Green Island.
Green Island are defending very well, especially on that last phase of play where they were Kaikorai were right on their line. I think a couple of boys got a bit of white line fever there. Can't blame them, but yeah.
Yeah, I really thought they had to score there, but they Green Island just kept hanging in, and all of a sudden that maul fractured a wee bit, and they came through and sniffed it.
It was a great maul from the line out, a great driving maul. But yeah, just needed to be finished off really. They'd done all the hard work and got up to the try line, and yeah. So
they've got the scrum. They're 6 or 7 metres out. And remember, it's 20-17. There's 19 minutes to go in the game. But really, Kaikorai have really got to get some points out of this.
Yeah, Kaikorai just need to make the scrum steady, not try to do anything too dramatic. Just good, clean ball for Tane and then start the phase play.
Righto, so here we go. It's Tane hand to feed the scrum. Ball comes in. It's coming back. It's hooked for him. He finds Christian in the midfield. Remember, he was playing 6. And he gets crunched to the ground. But again, they get on top of him. And here's that's a big charge there. Just coming forward, looking for more runners. They found more runners. They're only sort of 6 or 7 metres out. Good defence, but Kaikorai have got numbers there. And here he is, big number 3 in Rugby. And the ball comes back. Oh, there could have been a knock on there. And there was a knock on from it was actually Mackenzie Fawkes who had to go in and play halfback, but he got 2 Green Island guys and the ball at the same time. And again, good defence from Green Island.
I think he's come off second best too there, Paul. He's holding his head in his hands. Yeah, big Tane Rory there, just got a wee bit isolated and allowed Green Island to get a sniff of the ball. Put pressure on.
And we've seen this a lot. We've got the Zambucks running out. There's people down. I can't remember a game where I've seen so many injuries.
I think you'll see a few in the next game, won't you?
Well, they've got
26.
They've got 26 aside, so they can afford to roll them on and off. You know, Fawkes must have got one right on the snoz.
He reached over to pick the ball up and copped one at the same time. I don't think they've got anybody left, to be honest, just looking at this.
What do you think Coach Fawkes is saying over there at this stage?
He probably, I don't know, be slipping out the back for a slice smoke or what he'll be doing, but yeah.
It's certainly, I certainly, when it was 17-5, I thought we were just going to have quite a cruisy game. But now it's 17-all, now 20-17 to Kaikorai.
Yeah.
This is and to be fair, I thought Green Island were out in their pins, but they're defending well inside their own 22, and they've got the ball.
Kaikourai's given them a sniff, so they've got their tails up and they've got a second burst of energy, which is credit to them.
So Devon Stapley to feed the scrum. So here we go. Stephen Stapley comes in. Got it in.
Put the pressure on
Ball
here.
comes back. Pretty slow. But anyway, they've got a runner. Charging it forward, but number 12. And that's, of course, that's Sam Aripa, was a previous captain of the Green Island Prems. Ball comes back, looking for, and they're still trying to find a runner. They found somebody. They found number 20, who we think is Mitchell Finney. He puts it deep. Back to Fawkes. Fawkes puts it high, coming down on the 10-metre line. And he's picked it up, and they've gone. They're away again, Green Island. Can they make a break here? Finney again puts them up. Ball comes back on their side, and again it's the big number 2, Ryan. He takes it up over halfway with a powerful carry. Back into the backs, looking for runners. And again they slam up towards the 10-metre line. They're really starting to look hungry, and there's Macassini just blowing people out of the way. Ball comes back to Schooner. They're looking out wide to Finney. He gets taken down on the 10-metre line on the far side. Ball comes down. Waiting back there now, Stapley's got it. He's looking for runners. He's found one.
Offside.
He's got a couple of people for offside. That could be a crucial decision as they storm up towards the 22, Green Island. Again, they're looking for it. They found another runner. In terms of, not sure who that is. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Stapley's there looking for it now. Schooner's got it out wide. He didn't really want it, the big lock, but he's got it. Jared Williams, but the referee says come back for the penalty.
Tane Hand's done his hamstring. I think Paul, he's walking normally now,
back.
but he was quite ginger.
So here they go. What happens here? They'll put this into the corner.
Yeah, they'll back themselves, and so they should.
Do I sense they're getting a wee bit stronger, Croft?
Yeah, they've got a second wind, I think, Paul. They're starting to dominate all phases of play at the moment.
Right, so here we go. Here's number 20, Mitchell Finney. He'll try and put it out for them. And it's not a bad kick. He's probably 15, 16 metres out from the line. They'll go to the line out. It'll be Ryan to throw, and they'll be looking to get some pick and go going here. Looks like we may have lost. We lost the number 8. He's gone off, the Ginger. So that's a big call, taking him off.
Brought Mitchell Sims in.
Righto.
I thought popped an AC last week, but anyway.
And they've taken it. They've got it through Jared Williams. He's taken the ball, gets taken down. They're about 6 or 8 metres out now. They get a wee drive going. Stapley comes away and he sort of went on his own, and they've driven over that Kaikorai. Kaikorai have picked that up and have got the ball. Comes back on their side. And they're looking for a kicker. They've found Fawkes, and he's put it down. And that's a good kick too. But they've gone quickly. Finney's got it. Finney's going to have a run. Holding the ball in one hand, then he's put a kick through. Fawkes coming across, and that's a great kick.
Like his style of holding the ball in one hand.
Brave at the stage of the game, Croft, to be fair.
I thought it was Fawkes that held the ball in one hand.
So this is another line out to form to Kaikorai. They are on deep defence here. They've got the throw to the line out. So they've got the line out throw, and they've got Mitch Pride to throw this ball to the line out. Can they hold on to some ball here, Kaikorai, and get themselves out of trouble? Here they go. Or can Green Island are starting to sniff it? 20-17, they're 3 points down. There's 13 minutes to go. And now they're taking a bit of time there. They're all coming into the line out. Slowing it down. Mitch Pride. They go to nobody. But Ryan knocked it on. The hooker got through and knocked it on. If he'd taken that, they were in all sorts of trouble. It was a very messy line out from Kaikorai, and this will. But they've got the scrum from the knock on from Ryan, the hooker, and it will be a Tane hand feed to the scrum. They're only 6 or 7 metres out from their own line, 15 metres in from touch.
Yeah, that was a poor line out from Kaikorai. Nobody jumped for that ball. I'm not sure what was going on there, whether it was a missed call or they just didn't know what they were doing. They've taken their big number 8 off, which was their source of line-out ball. So, yeah, they've got to find somebody to win it.
Right, here we go. Kaikorai to feed the scrum. Green Island will be looking to try and put some pressure on here, but the scrums have been pretty even since that early one we had where they popped them up. There's a nice wee run from Fawkes, takes it forward, makes it close. And it's back to Angus Fawkes, who kicks it away, but he hasn't found touch. And back there is Schooner. He's found Finney. The man runs with the ball in one hand. He thought he would go through Finney, but he got taken right around the ankles. Ball comes back. Stapley in there looking for it. He's got his Macassini. He passed it up to Ryan. Those two boys have been indefatigable today. They just keep on running. Ball goes back to Schooner. He finds Big Louis, and they've got some numbers. They got numbers that they let him go. And he luckily held on to that ball. Coming back on the Green Island side, they're inside. Stapley looking to find somebody. He's found a runner, and it's Big Dion. He just smacks it up. They're only 16 metres out. They're looking at Macassini's got it. He puts it back on the ground. Picked up by Stapley. They've got numbers. They have got numbers. They've only got to get it wide. And does he go over in the corner? He does. Great try. Referee's having a look. Everybody's having a look. Tie given. 22-20, 11 minutes to go.
Green Island deserved that. They've been playing well in this last 15 minutes of this half. Very well. They've got a number of soldiers down though.
It was a good try. They gave it to him. They had numbers and they just got it wide. They found the man, and that's his second try.
Michael just got done for numbers because they were just creeping in. They compressed their defence for some reason. I'm not sure why they're doing that.
So there it is, 22-20, kick to come. Again, it's from way out wide. 22-20. But yes, it was just what have Kaikorai got to do here?
Well, they've just got to settle down and start making. So if we go back, that was from not finding touch from inside the 22. We just need to settle down. Kaikorai just need to settle down, find their touch, rebuild from there. I think they've got a good enough line out that they can contest the opposition's line out. But yeah, we're just getting a bit flustered, I think, Paul.
And we've got another couple of players down as well.
Yep.
Both Green Island players. The stretch has been called for again. That's well short. Nowhere near it. So there'll be another stoppage in play, because we've got two more Green Island boys. They can't have any reserves left, and there's another Kaikorai man takes the paddock, but this guy, that doesn't look too good down here.
Who's that down on the ground? Is it Jared Williams?
No, he stays up there.
What are they?
It's hard to know what's going to happen here. So they've got together. They're running out of players. So Kaikorai, I think they've emptied their bench completely now, and Green Island have certainly emptied their bench. He's certainly can't play. He's got to go.
It's at right angles. Yeah, it's at right angles, that ankle. Look at it. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
And then their big man Tofalui's down as well, but he's now back on his feet.
So what's the rules on the replacements? Because like in the past, normally in the P2s they just roll players on and off like it's
just nobody seems to care.
Nobody seems to care, yeah. So, but I'm sure they've got an official man in a suit down there running the
big prop
touches,
doesn't look that good.
Running the subs.
No, I think I thought it might have been Macassini for a minute. It's down. It's not Macassini though. I don't know where they go here, because they are certainly running out of numbers.
Well, they've used all of their bench, so
22-20 Green Island over Kite. There's probably 9.5 minutes to go in the game, and Big Tofalui, he's making his way slowly back, thinking, I've got to keep going, I can't come off. They've still got 15 on the paddock.
Yeah,
They've still got 15 on the paddock. They must have been at
number 17 there, Corey Wheeler.
Yeah, so they must have been. So they've still got the good news for Green Island's point of view. They've actually still, there is nobody else, but they've got they actually have got 15 on the paddock. Righto, we've kicked off. They're up by 2, Green Island. Can they hold on as they charge it forward again? Macassini, he just keeps on going. Macassini, he's the Energizer Bunny. And they go back and they look, and they'll be looking to find some distance and territory, but that's only going to the halfway, and Fawkes is underneath it. What's he going to do? He's going to run. And here we go. He's found the wee man. He shouldn't have stopped there. Should he keep going? He would have got past him on the outside, Blake Harper. Ball comes back. They're looking for a runner. Number 6, Christian Black. He takes it into contact.
Penalty.
It's turnover. Just didn't get. They just weren't urgent enough, Kaikorai. And Green Island have capitalised and got a penalty. Remember, they've got a 2-point lead.
Kaikorai need to keep Green Island pinned down in this half, and they're not going to do that the way they're playing at the moment.
And he's kicked that out, and this line out is going to take place right on halfway, just inside their own half from Green Island, in fact. Yeah, like Kaikorai have really got to get their hands on the ball and get themselves back into the game. 22-20 down with 8 minutes to go.
Kaikorai just need to get their pods going and just get some structure back in their game. They've lost it a wee bit.
So this line out's right in front of us. They throw to the line out. Jared Williams takes it down. And again, it's the big number 8. This is what he's been doing all day. He's been just charging it up. Ball comes back, looking for runners, and it's the big injured number 3, still going forward. That's a big, powerful run from the big number 3. He was dead on his feet 10-20 seconds ago. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Well, they're looking to get this wide. Hill that time. Ball comes back, and again they charge it up. Turner just takes it up. There's not much of Turner, but he gets it to ground. Referee says it's okay. Ball comes back, hands thrown in the air in desperation from Kaikorai. And there he is again. Look at Macassini. Look at him go. He drags it up towards the 22. Schooner's got it. Looking for a runner. He's found the wee number 7 who's gone straight through in Cale Spooner. And they're inside the 22. They can sniff it, Green Island. Here's Ryan. He's found a hole. 17 charges through the gap, and Corey Wheeler. Fresh legs. Ball comes back. They found the big prop again. What's he going to do? He resold the dummy. They've gone away. They're close to the line. They're only 3 or 4 metres out. They pile into this one, Green Island. Referee's got her arm out. What's she saying? Knock on against Kaikorai.
Yeah, Kaikorai, I think, are under pressure here. A fair bit of it. They've just not on their game, unfortunately.
And these
Green
guys
Island are putting plenty of pressure on them.
They are certain. They're feeling it. They're feeling it at 22-20. Could this be one of the biggest days in the history of Green Island rugby? They haven't won a Prem final since 1978, 46 years, and they look like they're on the way to winning the Prem 2 final. So here we go. It's our man Devon Stapley to feed the scrum. They're 5 metres out from the line. They score here, Croft. This game could be over. This could be gone.
Kaikorai need to apply a lot of pressure in this scrum. They need to be a unit, and they need to have a crack at it.
Righto, here we go. Scrum about to go down. Stapley. Had a lot of Prem rugby in his career to feed the scrum. Ball's gone in. It's been hooked. They've got a reasonable pattern. Picked up by the number 8. Can he? No, he's well done. They contained him that time. Still a couple of metres out. Jared Williams goes at the line. He's only team. They drag him back. Good D from them. They have another crack. It's the hooker. The hooker stretches out.
Nice forward.
I'd say.
Hold up.
Was it a try? They've given it to him. No, they're going to stop. They're going to have a chat. They are going to have a chat. I think there might be. I'll just wait and see. I thought he might have had one go, then stretched out and may have gone again. What's linesman Ethorn got to say to Aaron Doherty? I don't think they're going to give this try. Something tells me. But here we go, what's she going to call? Knock on. They're calling knock on. Here we go.
Kaikorai need to use this life.
Kaikorai diffuse that bomb. They're down by 2 points. There's only 4.5 minutes to go. Kaikorai need to go 100 metres. And they've got to have a drop out from the goal line. And what are they calling now? No, come back, boys. So they're going to have the drop out, and looks like it's going to be Angus Fawkes to take that drop out. He needs to put this reasonably deep, and they need to get up and put some pressure on. They've got to force Green Island into a mistake with 4 minutes to go. 2-point lead to Green Island. Remember, Kaikorai have led for the most part of this game. And he's kicked it down towards the 10-metre line. Back there is number 21. He hands it off to Schooner. Fans it out to Big Zion again. He's everywhere, Zion. Still going. Takes it up over the 22. He's a one-man wrecking ball. Ball comes back to Stapley. They get it, and he found his mate Makassini. He goes to ground, but right on the 22. They've only got to stay here to win this game. Ball comes back. It's Turner again. He only goes a yard. Goes back. They've lost 4 or 5 metres on that carry. They just need to keep. Here's Makassini again. He just keeps going, Makassini. They're only a metre out. Referee's got us no. They keep going, and there's the other man that's done the great job for them, Thomas Ryan. Takes it to the 22. They go to Schooner. He should put he decides to run Schooner. Should have passed it. He had numbers. Can Kaikorai get over the top of that ball? No, they can't. Back in the hands of Stapley. Jared Williams has got it. He goes towards the 22, Jared Williams. Ball comes back again to Green Island. Again, it's Ryan. He smacks it up close to the 22. Ball goes to ground. Stapley in there looking for it. Everybody's waving their arms around, but just get it out, son. Ball comes back to Schooner. Again, but tackle right on the 22. Kaikorai over the top of that. They got it, but no, Green Island have still got it. Ball comes back to Williams. A Reaper goes wide. Founds number 19 and Max. He goes Max. He is going for the line. He scores. They win. Dragged down a yard short. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. Referee says penalty. Held on the tackle. Kaikorai have got it. Angus Fawkes is away towards the 22. Takes it over the 22. Goes to ground. Kaikorai need to free this ball and go wide. They've got to go wide. They can't take a tackle here. Takes it forward. Rariri. Ball comes back on the Green Island side. They need to get some. Fawkes has got it. No, that's Christian. Ball comes back again. About playing second 5 now, remember. Ball comes back to. And again, they try to get a runner going. They go up towards the 22. They go to ground. They've knocked it on. Referee says penalty. Illegal play at the ruck.
Jack Hutton Akins is back on the field, I see.
Everybody's back on. Righto, what do we do here? So they're going to have to kick for touch, and they're running out of time. There's only 2 minutes to go. Have they found touch? That may not have gone far enough. He didn't find touch. That's crucial. Ball comes back. They throw it wide from Schooner. Out to Finney. Finney kicks it down towards the 22. Nice kick from Finney. Fawkes gets across. Mac Fawkes this time. He's off on a run. Finds a runner in Christian. He storms it forward. Round the head. Penalty coming to Kaikorai. Ball comes back on the Kaikorai side. Hands got it. And again, they throw it to nobody. She'll come back for the penalty. Is it all a little bit too late, Crawford? I'm just not sure.
Oh, you never know. Like last year, we held on for 31 phases and scored the final. So when it was
Angus Fawkes, he needs to find touch, and he does this time. Thank God he finds touch, and that's actually not a bad kick. They've got a line out.
Another man down there for Green Island.
Yeah, another one down. Cramp. So we've got we're probably into the last minute of normal play, but I imagine there might be a bit of added on time. So we've had a lot of injuries. This game seems to have gone forever. It's, by the way, it's 1:45. So if there's somehow there's going to be extra time, although I don't see it with a 2-point diff. So here we go. So Green Island, all they've got to do here is force a penalty.
Yeah,
Kaikorai still in this, 22-20. They've got to win this line out, and they did win the line out. Brilliantly taken.
Just got to get
again,
support. Get support.
Christian storming up towards the 22. Ball comes back on their side.
Where are your pods?
Looking for runners.
Where are your pods?
They've got it. If they hold him up, he's gone, and he's ripped it clear. They've ripped it clear, Green Island. No, referee says penalty. Penalty! Unbelievable. No clear release. I felt that was a wee bit harsh, but anyway, it's a penalty. Who takes the kick and goal?
It's got to be Tane Hand. It's got to be.
Is it Tane Hand?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Well, you wouldn't read about it. 22-20, time up on the clock. It's a penalty to Kaikorai. 32 metres out, pretty much straight in front. Does Tane Hand kick the goal?
Yes, he does.
So here it is. It's all down to Tane Hand. Remember, they replaced him as the kicker on the last occasion, but he's now back. 30 metres out. He's right in front. There's no wind. There's no rain. There's no sun.
Kicking accuracy all season's been outstanding.
He kicks this, they win. Unbelievable. My co-commentator can't look. He just cannot look. Here he is. It's Tane Hand. It's all on his shoulders. Green Island, they just can't look. He comes in. He struck it. He's
Yes!
He's kicked it. He's kicked it.
Yes!
He won the game. 23-22. Tane Hand, you won't be drawing a drink at Kaikorai for the next 6 months. And the Kaikorai players are in absolute jubilation. Green Island, they just can't believe themselves. There they are, they're destitute. They're standing in the 22 thinking, where did it all go wrong? I don't know how they won Croft, but they've won.
Oh, yeah, well, as I said, you just got to play the game in their half, and they did. They got the penalty. Wee bit lucky. But you got to make your luck, don't you? And you got to put yourself in that position. Credit to Green Island, like they played an outstanding second half. And I think the number 3, Zion, Thomas Ryan, Suna Makasina, I think they certainly brought Green Island back into the game, and they'll deserve a bloody good drink tonight, that's for sure.
Oh mate, it's not often you'd want to see a game drawn, but I mean, if ever there was a draw, perhaps a draw would have been a fair indication that would have been it. But it's finals footy. Somebody's got to win. And Tane Hand, he didn't take the last kick. He steps up. He's 30 metres out. He didn't strike it very well, but it just squeaked over.
It got over.
So there it is, 2 banners in a row, 2 banners in a row for Kaikorai, and Green Island, and it's what it could have been. But remember, they've still got a big day here today. They have got their Prem team coming out at 3 o'clock for another big final. We've got another big final coming up here in a very short amount of time. In fact, it's in about 12 minutes. We've got the Kaikorai senior team taking on the Tyree senior team. So, Croft, before we finish, what do you think? What are you picking in that game? Can this Kaikorai team make it 2 from 2 to Kaik today?
I'd like to see it, but yeah, the head says the experience of the Tyree boys. If they can get over their big game last week, I think they might sneak it. But yeah.
Okay, so look, there it is. It's a final result, 23-22. Kaikorai beat Green Island. Just remember to thank our sponsors, Cutler's Real Estate, Ready Lawn and Garador. And if anybody's at the stadium, Donald Muldrew will be shouting for everybody on that top floor in the next 10 minutes. We will be back with you for the next game at 1 o'clock.